My name is Giselle, and I'm from France. I was born an only child to two parents who were also only children. So, imagine how interesting my life must have been. Yeah, right. I was this awkward, lonely girl who didn't have many friends. When I started middle school, we'd just moved to a new city, and let's just say, I didn't exactly leave the best first impression. My mom chose this private school because she liked their style and spirituality. You know, that overly cheerful vibe where everyone's all smiles and life is just rainbows and bunnies. On the first day, the teacher welcomed us with something called the word jumping dance. And yes, there was a skirt policy. Under mine, I was wearing my comfort undershorts, the worn out kind with a hole in it. When my turn came and Miss Jenkins asked me to jump, I refused.
Come on, Giselle. Don't be shy. You're in a safe circle. Everyone, let's cheer for Giselle.
Giselle! 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 She grabbed my hands and made me jump with her. I felt the pressure and jumped, and then boom! Everyone saw the hole in my shorts. There was this awkward silence for about a millisecond. Then they all just went back to cheering and jumping like nothing happened. And the next day, every girl in class showed up with a hole in her shorts. Apparently, they thought it would make me feel better. It didn't. I actually found it kinda weird. Like, stop embarrassing me even more. And the weirdness didn't stop there. Everyone was hugging each other every 15 minutes. Kids were napping in the corner of the classroom, and the teacher didn't even care. One student suggested we start crawling to the board to connect with the ground, and everyone thought it was a great idea. That night, I went home, wrote a note to my mom, and left it on the kitchen table. Writing was the only way I ever felt comfortable expressing myself. Whenever I tried to speak, the words came out wrong, but on paper, they somehow made sense. Mom, please get me out of this dumb school. Giselle, we've talked about this. You don't need to write letters. If something bothers you, just say it out loud. Bad school. No, it's better than your old school. People are friendlier here. She wasn't wrong. At my old school, I got bullied and ignored. Kids said I was weird and different. When did keeping to yourself become a reason to get laughed at? I took the paper back, scribbling something else, and went to my room. I hate you, Sharon. Well, tell me something I don't know. A whole year passed, and I hated that awkward cult school even more. I never adjusted. Mom kept saying it was the best place for me and my needs. What needs? I never knew what she was talking about. The weird ones were her and my dad. Honestly, I always thought my dad might be on the spectrum.
Good night, Giselle, and remember to be a good girl and don't turn the corridor light off.
Close your bedroom door, Dad. You're a grown-up. You don't need the light.
No, Giselle, light is important. Don't turn off the light. Daddy loves you.
Mom, on the other hand, was the opposite. Over-social. She'd randomly invite neighborhood kids over to play with me, like she was casting a movie and forgot to tell the star. Oh, you're here. Happy birthday! Honey, don't mind these kids. I just invited them over on a whim. Whim. Thought you all could watch a movie or something, make some friends, huh? What do you say?
I'm not trying to be mean. My mom says you have a condition or something, so I should be nice. But your face kind of bugs me.
This is Meryl. She lays an egg the second she hates someone. It's her thing.
Oh, see? You've already made a friend and a baby. This is going great. That's my life with my parents. One's got no idea who I am, and the other's got 10 ideas, and all of them are wrong. Is it really that hard to just listen? I just wanted to live with normal people, where I belonged, where I felt understood. Everything changed when one day, a new girl joined our class. A nun came in, dragging this girl who looked quiet and innocent, the kind of girl you look at and immediately assume is an abuse victim.
Everyone, please welcome Natasha.
It's Natalie, dear. Natasha makes it sound like she's a bad girl. Choose your words wisely, lady. Class, this is Natalie. She's been through a lot. Love her so Jesus loves you.
Why? Is that one of the 10 Commandments or something?
Everyone laughed, but the nun didn't. She just pursed her lips like she'd witnessed a crime. And then suddenly, Natalie burst into tears. Everyone froze.
It was just a light joke. We're more spiritual than religious here, so it wasn't meant to offend anyone.
Except Jesus, apparently.
The teacher tried to argue, but the nun just sighed, looked disappointed, and handed Natalie over like a damaged package. Natalie sat next to me, looking all sad and destroyed. Normally, I mind my own business, but something about her made me want to say something kind. Hey, welcome. I can be your friend if you want.
I'm gonna kill that nun. Mark my words, Giselle.
She looked scary, like actually scary. I regretted talking to her. Wait, my name, you know?
It's written on the name tag. I'm not psychic. I'm just literate. Oh, God. What kind of a school is this?
If I thought this school couldn't get any worse, I was mistaken, because this Natasha girl was a nutcase. She slept on the desk, drooled all over my books. She even had a vape. The girl didn't eat anything, just vaping and drinking soda all day. And when the day ended, she turned to me like,
Hey, you, don't forget to do the assignment tonight. It's due tomorrow, and I don't want any missing homework already. Got it?
What
are you saying?
I tried to tell her it was a partner project, but the words wouldn't come out. So I just kept pointing between her and myself, like, hello, both of us are supposed to do it.
Yeah, I know it's a partner project. Just do it and write my name on it. Was that hard to understand the first time? Jeez.
Just then, the nun showed up at the classroom door. Natasha put on her most innocent smile, lowered her head, and walked over to her like some quiet little angel. What had I gotten myself into? That night, I sat across from Mom at the kitchen table, scribbling frantically into my notebook. Take me out. I hate this school. New girl is crazy. I love home. I like Dad more. I want to be homeschooled. You still have space here. I think you can add something. Oh. I wish I was never born. That's new. Just then, the doorbell rang, and Mom got up to answer it. I was mid-sentence in what I believed would be my longest, most emotionally convincing plea to finally be pulled out of school, when suddenly, Mom called out, Giselle, it's for you. The new girl you've been saying all those nice things about? I froze. Natasha is here? I tried to hide like a terrified mouse.
Try the bathtub, but fill it with water first. I always do that when Mom's looking for me. Last time I lasted 3 minutes under.
Just then, Mom and Natasha entered the living room, laughing like old friends. Giselle, you told me Natasha was sweet, but this sweet?
Wow, you have such a lovely home, Mrs.
Oh dear, you can call me Sharon. Why don't you let Giselle show you her room? I'll make you some cookies.
Yay, cookies!
Natasha smiled and held my hand. I walked her to my room, praying the ground would open up and swallow me whole. She wandered around my room, touching everything like she'd never seen regular human objects before. She picked up a snow globe, a crystal ball with a tiny village inside.
I was raised in a place like this up north. I loved it there. But my dumb parents wanted to move to this stupid town. I hated it, and I started acting out. Now they've dumped me in this nun place to discipline me. The nuns tried teaching me at the church, but eventually they got tired of having me around and sent me to this godforsaken school, which I hate even more. So I'm acting out even more. Why don't these parents just listen to us instead of forcing us to do things?
Yeah.
See, we're not that different. We could be friends, you know, make life easier for each other.
She wasn't wrong. Her parents didn't get her, just like mine didn't get me. But the idea still made me feel tense. I don't like having friends. No one ever really gets me, so what's the point anyway? So I groaned and flopped onto my bed. She smirked and flopped down right next to me.
Hey, listen, since we are friends now and all, I need a favor. I visit my parents twice a week, and I thought maybe you could come with me. Just, you know, to show them I've got good friends. Last time I brought someone, they called more friends over and trashed my parents' room. So with you, the risk is low, or even non-existent.
No.
Listen, it'll be easy. You don't have to say anything. Just come to my house and be there.
Just then, Mom barged in. Ooh, Giselle's got her first sleepover party. No.
It's just a visit, like 2 or 3 hours, that's all, I swear.
Of course she'll go. If she doesn't, she's not getting that new PC she's been crying about for months. Wait, was she blackmailing me into going? And just like that, she slammed the door behind her. I looked at Natasha, half smiling, half crying.
Yay! It'll be fun!
On our drive there, I was sweating and shaking like I was about to meet the president. Mom was humming the whole way, so I handed her a paper asking her to stop singing. She took it and threw it away without even reading it. When we arrived, Mom practically dragged me to the door. She rang the bell while I hid behind her. I peeked out and saw a very beautiful, sophisticated-looking lady. Her husband joined her, wearing a tie and a suit like he walked straight out of the 1950s.
Welcome, Mrs. Martin. You were supposed to arrive 7 minutes ago. Punctuality matters here.
Oh, it's okay. We don't mind cold food. Right, Giselle?
We weren't expecting an additional guest. I'm afraid the table is set. You may wait here for Giselle.
Mom looked embarrassed, but honestly, what the lady said made sense. You can't just show up uninvited. So I stepped out from behind my mom and entered the house. Natasha's mom gave me a polite smile. I smiled back, waved goodbye to Mom, and closed the door. She's tougher than she looks, but still, maybe go easy on her, okay? She's different in the best way. When I stepped inside, the house was spotless. Everything looked so clean and organized. And the smell? Oh my God, the smell was amazing. Something I never experienced at my house, since Mom's casserole smelled like feet and tasted like pure sadness. Natasha's mom led me to the dining table. I wondered if Natasha would be joining us, but I didn't ask. I got so lost in the food that I completely forgot to check.
So, Giselle, are you happy at your school?
No.
I see. Are you happy with your family?
No.
Are you happy in general?
No.
Oh, sweetie, don't worry. Life isn't fair for the most part. If you ever need someone to talk to, just know that I'm here.
Normally, a line of questions like that would have stressed me out, but in that moment, it actually felt like someone genuinely cared about how I was feeling. And I don't know what it was about these people, but I instantly loved them. And somehow, I was sure they felt the same.
Natalie told us she's been friends with you for a few days now. We don't believe her, honestly. Is she good to you? Because if she isn't, well, let's just say we don't like seeing nice, quiet people like you get hurt.
I smiled, nodded, and was just about to say thank you when Natasha barged in.
Oh shoot, she's already here? Sorry y'all, I took the bus and there was this huge accident in front of us. I think it was a train crash, like a full-on pileup. 6, 7, maybe 9 cars all crashed into each other. Obviously, that led to us.
Do you ever stop to think about how pathetic these stories sound? Stop lying!
I was taken aback, but Natasha didn't even flinch. She just shrugged and sat down at the table, eating like an animal, making me wince in disgust.
See, Giselle, that's what we deal with every day. So, Natalie, how many vapes did you finish today?
My name's Natasha, and to answer your question, only 2. If you don't count the Blue Dragon fruit flavor, it was disgusting.
Then she stood up, burped, and grabbed me by the wrist.
Come on, let's go to my room.
Let her go. She's still eating.
Yeah, let me go. I pulled away and stepped beside her mom.
Wow, what did you say to her already? You know what? I'm getting out of here. Enjoy her company. A doctor, maybe.
And with that, she stormed off, knocking over a vase on her way out. Her mom sighed, and I gently placed a hand on her shoulder to comfort her. After that day, I found myself visiting Natasha's parents more often, even when Natasha wasn't around. A part of me thought it was because I loved the way her mom kept the house, but I knew it was because Natasha's mom made me feel good about myself. She would talk to me, wait patiently when I took my time to respond, and give me chocolate every time I said more than 2 words. And I loved their discipline, their elegance. No chaos, no drama. I kept thinking about that joke Natasha made when she told her parents to adopt me. Would they ever actually do it? I prayed that they would. My life would be so much better. But Mom hated them. Honey, can you believe that old lady? She's in her 50s, but her face is full of Botox. Ugh. Her blonde hair is fake, her nails are fake, her lenses are fake. Honestly, her middle name should be fake. Oh, Mrs. Martin, you can't enter here because you're uninvited. And I'm a fake, stupid, insecure witch who won't let you in because you're prettier and funnier than me. And my husband will choose you over me, and you'll run off to Mozambique and live happily ever after.
Annoying!
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. See? I'm sure Giselle thinks the same. 'Cause if I hate someone, my daughter hates them too. Right, Giselle? I just entered the living room and was headed to the door. Oh, honey, where are you going? I didn't answer. I just shrugged my shoulders and walked out. This girl's been going out a lot lately. I bet she goes to the local library. I mean, where else?
Natasha's house.
Man, when you're quiet, I miss your voice. When you speak, I cringe. Anyway, home was chaotic, and Mom thought my relationship with Natasha had ended after that lunch at home when she'd walked off. But nope, Natasha stayed glued to me and made me do her homework constantly. Yes, she paid me a lot for it, and I loved that money. I was saving every bit to move out when I turned 18.
I know I'm not supposed to make you do my homework, but I hate homework. So I'll pay you even more because I'm fair like that.
But man, she was always surrounded by people. And she even shoved me into conversations, thinking she was helping me. But it just made my anxiety worse. A new boyfriend every 2 weeks, constant chaos with teachers. It was overwhelming being around her.
Did you like and subscribe to MSA? No? Then how do you expect to be friends with us? Giselle watches MSA. That's like level 1 emotional intelligence.
Her energy never slowed down, but all that noise eventually clashed with something bigger. Our school usually skipped traditional exams, but there was a national exam that was mandatory from the education board, and an external examiner had to come to conduct it. She was this very thin, sickly lady with jet black hair and long nails. She scanned the room through her tiny glasses. Then, when the clock struck 10, she snapped her fingers.
It's 10. Sit. Right. Dot your I's and cross your T's.
Some time passed before Miss Jenkins walked in.
Is everyone doing okay, y'all? Does anyone need a bathroom break?
Excuse me? What do you think you're doing? Don't you know the rules? You're not supposed to be here. So, get out.
I beg your pardon. You could have said that nicely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Please, get out.
Oh my God. Who do you think you are?
Oh, are you about to cry? Should I call the ambulance?
Shh, shh, shh. Oh my God. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
What's wrong with her? Is she even normal?
How dare you talk to my friend like that?
Natasha lunged at her. Some kids jumped to stop her. Miss Jenkins tried too. But the examiner was faster. She snapped a photo mid-swing and sent it straight to the principal. And Natasha ended up being suspended for 2 weeks.
She really thought she could talk to you like that and get away with it? Giselle, you're not abnormal. You're just wired different. And people like her don't know how to handle different. Oh, you didn't see how that witch was crying and batting her eyes at the principal? I bet she's his girlfriend. Why else would she bully us so comfortably? I'm gonna tell his wife.
And she did. It caused an entire scandal. Turns out the examiner was the principal's girlfriend, his married girlfriend. Everyone in town was talking about it. They all knew Natasha was the one who exposed him, and she did it all for me. And it was kind of nice having someone stand up for me like that. So I decided I could be a little nicer to her.
Wow, look at that boy. So cute. He should join my band. It's called Husband. It's not even that funny.
It wasn't, but I just wanted to be nice. Sorry, I handed her a piece of gum.
Thanks. Oh, it's your last one. I didn't know you could share.
She smiled at me, and over the next few days, I warmed up to her. But part of me still felt more at home with her parents than with her. Her parents were furious about the scandal she caused with the principal and the examiner.
How far are you willing to go, humiliating us like this?
Exposing the truth isn't humiliating. It's noble.
Getting into other people's business isn't noble. Stop acting like a witch.
Well, it takes one to know one.
How dare you? God, where did I go so wrong in bringing you up? Look at Giselle. She's so quiet and nice. Why can't you be more like her?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering too. What is it about Giselle you suddenly love so much? I know how you and Dad are incapable of loving anyone but yourselves, so whatever game y'all are playing, I'll figure it out soon enough.
Enough. I'm calling the monastery. 2 days a week with us is clearly too much. I wish you were half as good as your brother. He's the only one we're proud of.
Wait, Natasha had a brother? Where was he? And why didn't she ever mention him? I didn't have much time to think, because as soon as Natasha left, her mom hugged me and started crying softly.
Why can't you be our daughter instead? You deserve better parents. And we deserve a better daughter.
She helped me today.
By attacking the examiner?
I didn't know how to defend her. She always pushed back at adults. Maybe she just hated being told what to do. So, I sat down beside Natasha's mom and gently patted her shoulder to comfort her. Natasha's parents barely spoke for days after that fight. The house felt heavy, like it was missing something or someone. Over the next few days, I found myself at their place more and more. Natasha's dad taught me how to play chess, and I actually got pretty good. Her mom even took me to her tailor once, insisting I needed a proper dress for her sister's engagement party. When my birthday came around, Natasha's parents threw me a quiet little celebration. One plain cake, some soft music, and polite clapping. At one point, I suggested we watch an old episode of America's Got Talent. I used to enjoy it with my dad.
Ugh, how do you watch this stuff? It's so loud.
I was never big on birthdays, and I hated how over-the-top my parents could be, but this one felt quiet in the wrong way, like a little too depressing. I think Natasha's mom noticed my disappointment and broke the silence.
Giselle, you're like the daughter we never had, and I'm so glad to have you around. I wish Natasha was more like you. But you know what? I have a son, and he's the best. He's coming over soon. You'll meet him.
2 minutes later, the front door opened, and in walked a tall, handsome boy in his early 20s with hazel eyes and a calm, effortless presence. He even had slits through both eyebrows, the kind that somehow made him hotter.
Oh, may I have the honor of knowing your name?
She's a little shy.
Mother, I appreciate the help, but I'm sure she can speak for herself.
He looked at me with those dreamy eyes and gave me an encouraging smile. My name is Giselle. I'm friends with Natalie. I'm 17. I like writing and playing chess with your father. I love it here, especially since my parents are chaotic and dramatic. Here, things are calmer, more stable. Everyone looked impressed. Sebastian nodded and smiled.
Well, I can see why my parents adore you. Want to be my girlfriend? I'm joking.
He joined us for dinner, and the way he spoke, so calm, so put together, made things feel a little more normal again. After how weird and intense Natasha's parents had started acting, it was like a reset button. I wasn't sure if I was happy, but with him here, things didn't feel so off. One night, I got home late from Natasha's house and headed straight to my room. But the second I walked in, I froze. I heard movement. Then,
Relax, it's me.
she had snuck in through the window.
I heard my parents talking. They're sending me to live with my aunt in Switzerland. I hate her, but maybe it's better than staying with two people who clearly prefer my best friend over me. Anyway, I just wanted to say goodbye and maybe spend one last night where I don't feel completely unwanted. I'm sorry if I ever made things harder for you.
I guess you were just trying to make me feel like I belonged in your own chaotic way. Sorry, I didn't always get it.
Don't apologize for being you. That's the part I actually liked.
She paused, then added, almost like a secret.
I act out because it's better than being invisible. If I'm loud or reckless, at least someone notices, even if it's just to yell at me.
I wish I could be like that sometimes. Loud, careless, like you. But I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, even when I'm just existing. Natasha looked at me for a long moment. Then she opened her arms for a hug. I hesitated, then hugged her back. Neither of us said anything else, and we ended up sleeping side by side on my bed. The next morning, she was gone. I woke up on the floor from all her kicking. She sleeps like an animal, but I didn't mind. As I sat up groaning, I saw Mom silently sitting on the sofa, waiting. Ah, my God! I know what you're up to lately, and I want it to stop. And if it doesn't, you'll regret not listening to me. She turned and walked away, but tripped over the edge of the carpet and fell face first. I chuckled. She stood up, brushed herself off, and added, I know who slept in your bed last night, and I don't want you involved with that family at all. And with that, she walked out. I didn't take any of what she said seriously. I was too caught up thinking about Natasha and how unfair her parents were to her. But deep down, something in me started to shift. Maybe it was time to pull back a little and figure out what I actually wanted from all this. But first, I needed to visit them one more time. I needed to bring up Natasha, maybe convince her parents to let her stay. So I grabbed a pen, scribbled something on a piece of paper, and handed it to Natasha's mom. She frowned.
Why are you writing this down? That's That's kind of weird.
I froze, caught off guard, but Sebastian stepped in almost immediately.
Mother, some people do that. Be nice.
I was just asking.
Sometimes you ask too much.
Well, I'm sorry, but...
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Giselle.
It's okay, really. Sebastian sighed and turned toward his mom, about to say more, when suddenly the doorbell rang.
Police department, we need you to open the door.
The police?
For a split second, Sebastian looked genuinely freaked out, but then he quickly composed himself. His dad opened the door. Standing outside were 2 police officers and my mom. Mom? What?
Mr. and Mrs. Brunel, you are required to return Mrs. Martin's daughter immediately. You are also prohibited from contacting or approaching Giselle again.
She couldn't just call like a normal civilized person?
Oh, please. You act so high and mighty. I've waved to you, what, like a dozen times? Grocery store, mailbox, even outside church once. You looked right through me like I don't even exist.
Then come here. You know where we live.
Don't listen to her, officer. I did come here so many times, but they never opened the door, even though I know they saw me through their miserable little doorbell camera. You snobby brats think you're better than everyone else. By now, a few neighbors had gathered, watching the entire scene unfold.
This is humiliating and completely unacceptable.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Bruno. Don't apologize to them. Since when do you even apologize to anyone? And verbally? I was so embarrassed, my face turned tomato red. But I didn't say anything. I just walked out. As I passed the door, Sebastian slipped me a folded piece of paper, so discreet, no one even noticed. At school, we learned that Natasha had been transferred to a boarding school, and even though she was loud and annoying, I'd started to love having her around. Her absence made everything a little quieter and a lot emptier. For the coming days, I didn't talk to Mom, verbally or on paper. It wasn't about the Brunos anymore. It was about her, the way she handled my issues, the way she always managed to embarrass me, even when she thought she was helping. And thanks to her meddling, I hadn't even been able to persuade Natasha's parents to let her stay. Dinners at home were always awkward, but I was having an even harder time getting through it one evening, especially since Mom had made her nauseating tuna and blue cheese casserole. God, the smell made me gag, but Dad was gulping it down like he hadn't eaten in days. David, I keep telling you, take your socks off. You can't wear them 24/7.
No, don't touch my socks, Sharon.
Look, sometimes I wear glasses, sometimes contacts. You, sometimes socks, sometimes sandals. You gotta mix it up now and then.
No, don't touch my socks, Sharon. You'll regret it.
Oh, please, the smell is killing me. It's the food that smells, Sharon. Excuse me? Why do you keep making this when you know I hate it? Don't act shocked like it's the first time you've ever heard me say that. I just wish you could understand me better. We do. I try to make things easier for you. Why easier? I might be awkward, but I'm not broken. If you actually heard me or read any of my notes, you'd know that. But no, let's just tiptoe around Giselle like she's some fragile thing, like there's something wrong with her. How can I ever get better if you never treated me like a normal kid to begin with? I pushed back my chair and stormed off.
Hey, Sharon, when you sleep in your contacts, do you see your dreams more clearly?
Lord, what did I ever do to you? That night, I was lying in bed with my headphones on when someone knocked on the door. I rolled over, ignoring it.
Giselle?
I sat up. He looked genuinely sad.
You being sad makes me sad.
Don't worry about me, Dad. I love you.
Maybe this'll cheer you up.
He held out a handful of random cards, his weird little collection.
Been collecting these for years. I'll give you one to make you feel better.
You don't have to.
I'll give you one I hate.
Okay, thanks, Dad. He handed me a card. It read, "Slit eyebrows," with a phone number under it.
Found it wedged between the back seat cushions. Didn't tell Sharon. Shh. She'd just toss it out.
Oh my God, it was the card Sebastian gave me. I'd completely forgotten about it, and it must have slipped from my pocket in Mom's car. Thank you, Dad.
No, just don't cry. I love you. You know that?
I know that. Dad smiled at me, and suddenly something clicked. Yeah, my dad was awkward and a little strange, but he noticed things, and in his own quiet, cringy way, he loved me. Maybe we weren't what you'd call normal, but we were just fine because we understood each other, and that's all that mattered for me. So, I picked up my spirits, and after Dad left, I called the number.
What took you so long?
The card was...
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. at weird bench behind the gas station.
A weird bench behind a gas station? Why not just write, "You're about to get kidnapped" on the card? But I was too curious not to go. And when I showed up, things got weirder. He was wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, even though it was almost dark. You look very suspicious.
Don't worry, I'm not hiding from the police.
Oh, thank God.
I'm hiding from the mafia.
Oh, dear God. I started freaking out, pacing, sweating, sitting, standing. He reached out and gently held my hand.
Hey, calm down. I'll explain everything. You'll feel better. And if you're planning to run away, I can get you a fake passport.
How is that supposed to make me feel better?
Listen, with all the humbleness in the world, I'm a genius. My parents pressured me nonstop to be the perfect son, especially after they realized Natasha had ADHD or something. They gave up on her and dumped all their expectations on me. It was brutal. When I failed my first semester, they cut me off financially. I was depressed. Next thing I knew, I was knee-deep in the criminal world. Fake IDs, shady clients, you name it.
Your mom never found out?
Oh, she knows. The mafia boss is her brother, but she pretends she doesn't know a thing. It's all about appearances with her. She'd rather die than admit her family's a mess.
So wait, you're all criminals?
No, I'm not a criminal. I never hurt anyone. But yeah, I messed up big. I'll spare you the details. In a nutshell, I used to install CCTV systems for some mafia guys. I'd set the passwords myself and then give them to their rivals so they could spy on each other 24/7.
Which led to people getting hurt.
They're all criminals, Giselle. But yeah, they found out. And now they want me. The mafia won't come after me directly. They'll go after someone I care about. That's how they work. So yeah, they were coming for Natasha.
But isn't the mafia boss your uncle? Wouldn't he help protect her?
Yeah, right. These people don't care about family. That's including my mom. Can you imagine she never told us about her brother being in the mafia? He didn't even know I was his sister's son. We'd never met him. Think about it now. My mom's kind of twisted. They share the same genes.
Why are you telling me this?
Because my mom knew that Natasha was in danger, so she sent her away. She needed someone else to play the daughter when the mafia came knocking. In other words, Mom wanted the mafia boss to think you're the daughter and hurt you instead.
What? She would really do that?
That's my mom. She's capable of way worse.
And your dad?
Nah, he's just a snob. He goes along with whatever Mom wants. He's scared of her too.
For the next few days, I stayed home and kept to myself. I didn't want to go out and get kidnapped by the mafia. I was scared, I'll admit that. But more importantly, I was hurt. Natasha's mom was the one person I trusted, and she'd been a total liar. She played with my feelings and made me feel accepted, only to throw me to the mafia when the time came. I was feeling terrible and stupid, and I was sulking in my room when suddenly a folded paper slid under my door. It read, "Seeing you hurt like this hurts us. We failed you. We're sorry." That was clearly Mom's writing, and next to the note was a photo from my birthday. I was running away from a chicken, screaming. Dad was hugging the chick like it was a baby, and Mom was cooking an absurdly giant pot of rice, like the ones you see in donation ads for starving villages in Africa. Something in my stomach turned. My parents, as weird and obnoxious as they were, had never truly hurt me the way Natasha's mom had. And even if they weren't the best at expressing their feelings, at least they were sorry. It came late, but I clung to it anyway. So, I got up, wiped my face, and went downstairs to give them the biggest hug. When I saw Natasha's mom sitting in our living room, "What the heck are you doing here?"
Be nice, Giselle. She said she will help me.
She apologized for misbehaving with me and said she wanted to make things right. She offered to cover your father's medical tests, the ones we've been putting off for months. You know he needs some help, and I think I was too quick to judge her. I know she's made you feel comfortable, and you've been sad since you stopped going over there. That's not why I'm upset, and we don't want anything from her.
Where's this coming from? Whatever Sebastian told you, it's all lies. Can we talk in private?
No, just stop. You made me think I was special, that I belonged with you, that I was just a distraction from your real problems. Have you told my parents what you're planning on doing with me?
Wait! You got it all wrong! I promise!
Yes, Giselle, please, hear her out. Mom and Dad both looked at me expectantly, so I just sighed and I reluctantly stepped outside with Natasha's mom.
I'm really sorry, Giselle. really, truly sorry.
What are you talking about? I looked to my side and saw a black sedan crawling past the house. The windows were tinted, but I could see some men in the front, and that's when it hit me. They were coming for me. These were the men with the mafia, and Natasha's mom was about to hand me over to them. I wanted to run away, but before I could react, someone shoved me to the side.
Watch out!
She had shown up out of nowhere and pushed me out of the way. The car came to a halt, and Natasha's mom panicked and tried to get back in the house, but she slipped on the steps and hit her head hard. Everything became chaos. My parents ran outside and dragged all of us in. The black sedan sped off, and right after that, the ambulance showed up. Natasha must have called them at some point. We were just getting in along with her mom when suddenly Sebastian showed up. He looked at Natasha, his voice steady but rough around the edges.
You okay? Natasha, I'm done hiding. I'll fix what I broke and make sure they can't touch you.
I know, and thank you for telling me the truth about what Mom was planning. She's incredibly selfish, so her unreasonable love for Giselle just didn't sit right with me. Thank God I got here when I did. No way I was gonna let her hurt the people I love, especially you, Giselle.
Maybe our lives begin now, without all the lies, just with people who actually show up. Natasha hugged me, and I hugged her back, but no more homework under my name. If we're friends, we act like it. Natasha nodded as the two of us climbed into the ambulance. I held onto her tightly as we reached the hospital, and the doctors declared that her mom was in a coma, and no one knew if or when she'd wake up. That day, something in all of us changed, and I finally understood something I'd been avoiding my whole life. You can't wait for people to read your mind. If you want to be understood, you have to speak up. I still keep paper in my pocket, but now it's for grocery lists. When I need something real, I use my voice.